Here's an interview from one of our past shows on Rock and Metal Revival. If you're interested in hearing full shows, go to our Facebook page and check out our list of affiliates for times and places where you can hear Rock and Metal Revival. There's Slaughter and Burning Bridges on Rock and Metal Revival, and dude, that song still holds true with me today. I can crank that up in my car
that
right
whole
now.
album still holds true.
Yeah.
I dig that whole album.
Almost 30 years.
No way. Man, thanks for making me feel so young.
I know, but hey.
Wow.
And you know what? I'm getting a chance to see the band Slaughter coming up next Saturday night. We are so fortunate to have with us Mark-Slaughter on Rock and Metal Revival. Welcome back to the show, Mark.
Hey, thank you. Great to be here.
Mark, I hate throwing that out there that it's almost 30 years old, but does it seem like that came out that long ago?
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. The first time I realized how much I was aging is when Back in Black was 30 years, and I was just like, oh God, I'm getting old. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's it was 30 years ago. I was in my early 20s at the time. So luckily I'm still got a lot of oof in me. So.
Nice.
We're out there still playing and sending out the good message of long live rock and roll, that's for sure.
Well, you and Dana have got a pretty good partnership going. You guys have been together for a long time now.
Since 1986, yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
That's amazing. And so you're coming up to the Dells. Now, you guys, over the years, you guys are doing pretty much most of the bands from the 80s doing fly-in dates. How's that working out for you?
It's great. We've been doing it since about 2001. And the only unfortunate part of it is certain parts of the country you don't make it to unless there's really good venues or casinos or fairs that support that. So that's the only bad part of it. But the good part of it is we go kick ass on the weekends and fly home and have pretty much a normal life and go back out and fly out and do shows again the next weekend.
So when you fly, I always wanted to know, when you guys fly out and do shows, you don't bring all your amps and everything, do you? Just bring guitars and stuff, right?
No, bring guitars. I do bring. I have a thing called a Kemper, which is it's a profiler. It's actually the Napster of amplifiers. It steals all the good stuff from the amps and puts it in a box, and I actually carry that out with me. Along with a few pedals that I use in a cordless, and I bring 2 guitars in a double case, and I carry those with me everywhere.
Okay.
So, Mark, last time we had you on, you were here with your solo album, and which we really dug.
Yeah, halfway there.
We love that. Are you thinking about maybe doing another solo album? What's on the horizon for Mark-Slaughter?
Yeah, I'm going to continue to keep making music. I mean, it's. As we all know, it's not like it was, when we were kids where there's albums and you looked at the covers and you really just, you're waiting for every release. It's a different time for music, and artists still make art, and I think that's really where I'm at. I'm going to continue to keep doing what I love because it's what I love.
So has, the digital age made it easier for you with music or harder? Yeah,
it does make it easier in one way, but it's hard to educate people because the attention span for anybody is much less. I mean, if you look at any commercials on television, they're just nanoseconds of images that we can actually assimilate. So we make a decision on a very, very quick basis. We don't just get a chance to listen to the radio when we're going down the lake, and all that music was a part of our lives, and we grew up, and that's where the nostalgia comes from. These kids nowadays, they really don't have that side of new music just hitting them all the time. So a lot of the classic stuff is still living on.
Mark, I want to talk about nostalgia. I want to go back, a few years. This will age me on this one. Alpine Valley, Slaughter, Winger, Kiss. Slaughter's out there, and they do Fly to the Angels for Stevie Ray Vaughan. Do you remember that night? Because that was one of all the concerts I've seen, that right there, I always go back to that every time I hear Fly to the Angels.
Man, it's funny you say that. That was probably one of those magic moments that I always reflect back to, because everybody was in it. Everybody was emotionally in it, and everybody was just so saddened by the loss of this incredible guitar player. and it happened at that venue. So we're playing on stage, and next to us on the hillside is a charred hill where the grass has been burned from the helicopter crash, and it was just really, I agree, it was a very moving thing. But I think that's what the song was about, is letting go and moving on with our lives, but not forgetting, but still moving forward.
Now, back a few years ago when we talked to you. Are you still doing the voice work? Like the Animaniac kind of stuff, or are you?
I haven't been lately. I've been, just been doing more music and writing, and just kind of falling back to that more than anything. But I still, talk to a lot of the people. In fact, there's a girl named Kari Walgren, and she's doing some of the songs, Slaughter songs, in a jazz form, which is totally out there.
Oh, wow!
So, yeah. But it's pretty cool. I think it'll be flying around in social media here probably in the next month or so. So, I mean, there's, I'm still kind of a part of it, but I'm really just focusing back on where I've been and the music that we do.
So you also got a Monsters of Rock cruise coming up, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely, in February.
Have you done those before?
We have, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it seems like you go on a cruise to relax, but you find yourself running from one bandstand to the other. I mean, you're on deck watching a band, and then you go into the theater and there's a band, and you go to the back, kind of the bar area, and there's a band over there. So it's like music is everywhere. You're just trying to run around and see all your friends and your favorite bands play the hits,
Nice.
But it's a lot of fun. It really is. It's a blast.
Well, it's been a lot of years, shame on me, since the last time I saw Slaughter. What can our listeners expect who are coming up to the Crystal Grand from this Slaughter show?
It's the bottom line is we still go out there aggressively and play those songs as people know them, and we really enjoy playing live. And I think that's one of the things that this band is known for from the very beginning. We never stopped. We've been touring all these 29 years at this point, and every year we've been out doing shows. So it's a love of ours. So I think that anybody who's coming to the show, expect a good time. Our whole thing is the party and nostalgia and the good times that we've all had in it.
Cool. I wish I could go. I got a gig. I can't be there for this one. But I got a question on the Stick It To You.
Uh-huh.
Now, are you going to do like a remastered version or something and put it out there? Because I was wondering if...
We're talking to what's left of the label of what we're going to do, if anything. And it's just, labels as we knew them are kind of dissolved. So there's not really much of... it's basically you're dealing with accountants more than you are with anybody who's musically or trying to promote music. It's just a different thing. It's this digital world of nobody cares about that. But I'm sure we'll do something. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do. There's no plans right now, but that doesn't mean we're not going to.
Well, I got an idea for you. You feel free to steal it. Maybe add cowbell to every tune and put it out.
Hey, man, that sounds good. Why don't you play the cowbell?
I can. I'll send you a copy of that, and you can just put it all over everything. And then
I'll tell you what. You bring your cowbell and come to the show, and we'll set up a mic for you.
Nice.
That would be outstanding. Hey, Mark, any thought of maybe like Stick It To You and Wildlife coming out on vinyl?
You know what? It's funny you should say that. That's one of the things I want to do. I don't know if people know this, but when Chrysalis, which is it was an independent label at the time, the largest independent, we were the first act on their label to not be out on vinyl. So any vinyl we were out on was imported. It was from the UK or from Canada. There was no vinyl in the United States. So it's really hard to get a hold of. And the vinyl that is around, some of it is the record club. So it's like kind of a cassette version of it, so to speak, of the vinyl. It's not really the best. But anyway, we're going to try to do something, get that out on vinyl for sure here in the next year or so.
That would be awesome.
That's outstanding. Well, Mark, I really look forward to seeing the show next Saturday night, and we always let the artists pick one coming out of here, one from your catalog. What would you like us to play?
On the old side of it, well, obviously, let's go with one of the standards, which is the biggest rock and roll anthem that we played for live for the first time with the band Kiss. That would be Up All Night.
Nice.
All right, Mark Slaughter, you're welcome back on Rock and Metal Revival anytime.
Thank you.